Okay, it looks like we are live, but I'm not sure. Okay, it seems like we are live. Okay, let me edit my metadata. This is not people and blogs, this is pure science and technology. And okay, let me see the sound quality once. Where is go to scale? Okay, mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, I guess this is fine. And okay, cool. My old system is about to die, but that's all right. All in the name of streaming. Okay, I guess this is okay. Audio check is all good. So essentially, what I plan to do here is I want to kind of create an ultra low latency message queue, but I want to try to do it with this Rucode integration, and I'll just start a new one. So essentially, I want to create an ultra low latency, very high throughput, essentially basically whatever I can squeeze out or juice out of this thing that I want to build, I want to keep the metrics as good as possible. And yeah, I want to kind of do this streaming thing also over the weekend. So, like two birds, one stone kind of thing. Wanted to do this kind of thing since the longest time, but yeah, wasn't getting time, and now somehow I do have time, or I'm making time. So yeah, this essentially is the agenda, right? We kind of want to do something or make something which is almost, if not beating industry standards, it's almost as good as the industry standards. So yeah, that's essentially the plan. So let me see if I can bring out my terminal. How do I minimize this shit? Okay. Cool. I hope this is visible. Okay. The problem is I don't know what to call this message queuing system. Okay, let me just, it's an unnamed MQ. Okay, and now let me try to open this up. Okay. I trust the authors because I am the authors. Okay, cool. So now essentially what I want to do is, I think I'm using what model? I'm using Optimus Alpha. I think this just came out today. I checked it on the Rucode Discord server. So the plan here is that I'll be using essentially Rucode, which is Rucode with the OpenRouter integration. I think this is like a standard thing nowadays, nothing fancy here. And yeah, this is pretty much it. And using this thing, we will build our unnamed message queue. The idea is to build a message queue which can be used at a level where like message queues like 0MQ or EMQX or even Kafka for that matters. I've worked with all of these, understand the fundamentals also to an extent, and I kind of got annoyed with the unwanted kind of complexity. I essentially want to be at a place where all the abstractions I hide, and it's a very seamless user experience. now I I also kind of realize that it's a two-way or it's a double-edged sword rather, that if I hide all the abstractions away, essentially I am choosing the kind of configs or the parameter tuning for my end user, and that's okay. I mean, it's a choice that I'm making, and it's a very opinionated uh, kind of piece of software that I want to write. So yeah, and the way that we'll do this thing is we'll kind of try to understand the fundamentals and then build on top of that. So we'll probably start with essentially what is a message queue, what does the underlying architecture look like for existing ones, and once we have a clear understanding, we'll of course write this thing. And I want to do this in Golang because I am again mentioning it because it's going to be an opinionated system, so I guess it's okay. I call the shots here. So yeah, okay. So now that we have that out of the way, let me see. Okay, why did I open this is because actually, yeah, I think I can do everything here. Okay, so I don't actually need to ask anything to ChatGPT. Let me just drink something here. And yeah, I mean, I kind of have repeated all these things quite a lot of times. So yeah, without any talking, let's get started. So, okay. Okay, so I want to build a message queue of my own, something like Kafka or EMQX or ZeroMQ. But the first step Okay, so essentially what I've done is I've just asked for like a primer on how message queues work. And once we have an understanding, let's use that to build something of our own. Okay, so what it says is it's a form of async service-to-service communication used in serverless. By the way, there's no such thing as true serverless, but yeah. And microservices architecture, it allows different parts of a system. Producers and consumers will be the parts of system. So essentially a producer is going to produce message and it goes to the message queue, and consumer gets the message via the message queue to communicate by sending messages via queue, decoupling the sender and receiver in time and space. Wow, what a beautiful kind of explanation. So goals essentially are decoupling, reliability, scalability. We also want very high performance as well in terms of metrics, and we of course have to decide what kind of metrics do we want to use, right? Okay, so producer, consumer essentially are going to be things which interact with the message broker, and we are going to write a message broker. We don't care about the producer and consumer because these are going to be the clients, if you know what I mean. And the broker essentially is going to interact with both of these, the producer and the consumer. Okay, the message data payload sent from producer to consumer, it can be text, JSON, and binary. We will of course go with binary. If that's not clear, then well, stay and stick, and probably you'll get a chance to understand. Anyways, so yeah, data structure FIFO, this is queue. I mean, because it's a message queue, so it has to have a queue. Delivery semantics, we want all three quality of services. So this concept is, so I'll give you an example here. So QoS0, essentially you will get a delivery, but it's not guaranteed. QoS1, you can get duplicate deliveries, and QoS2 is where each message will for sure get delivered, and yeah, there's no duplicacy. So we'll probably be starting with QS0 here. QS, of course, is the quality of service, and then we'll build on top of that. I don't want to kind of be in a place where I overwhelm myself, and the whole project goes for a toss. So yeah, I don't want my unnamed message queue to get dropped before we even start. Okay, how a message queue works. Let's see what they have for us. So producer, of course, sends a message to the broker, so here what they've shown is the consumer is polling, and once the poll is there, it delivers the message and it sends an ACK. I kind of want to keep sockets instead of polling kind of thing. So yeah, let's see. Anyways, and of course, I want to use an in-memory queue to start with. Okay, fine. Okay, task completed. We're just getting started. Okay. Let me ask this to create a README first. The project is called unnamed message queue. Did I spell it here correctly? Yeah, I did. We want to write a message queue ultra low latency and in-memory persistence. And okay, we can probably start with polling. It's fine, I guess. Okay, and polling, we'll of course change it to sockets, but let's see what we can do. Yeah, essentially this is what we want to do. We essentially just want to take care of the message broker layer to start with. We'll start with a readme.md so that we have like a clear understanding of what we're dealing with here. And yeah, I actually don't like this color of this fucking pink thing. How do I change it? How do I change this shit? Is it just like a theme? Is it a theme? Okay. No, this is definitely not a theme thing. Oh, it is a theme thing. Okay, interesting. Can I have just like a GitHub? Okay, beautiful. I like this way better. Okay, auto approve. We want edit, read files, execute approved commands, use the browser, save. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. Binary, we essentially don't want JSON or text. Oh, dude, this is what the fuck is this? It's an early development. Ay. Okay. I will auto approve it. It's fine, I guess. Interesting. By the way, I do use Vim in VS Code for all you Vim enthusiasts out there. Binary data for maximum efficiency and flexibility. Cool. So this readme looks all right. Okay, cool. Now, okay. Can you also add a flow diagram as well for reference? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask it for a flow diagram, tweak it around, and then we'll be using all these diagrams. Maybe I'll ask it to write it in UML or something. So essentially, anytime, let's say I want to kind of give it another task, I'll first ask it to, refer to the UML and, then kind of essentially get the context. So what happens is if I don't do that, right, for the LLM to get context, it has to go through all the code, and that's like too much. So an easy way to do or an easy way to kind of pass context is you can have your UMLs, and those UMLs essentially tell the LLM or give the LLM the context that, okay, this is your high level context, or there's a high level flow of the service, and yeah, you can kind of take that as your starting point. I hope that's making sense. So yeah, what did I do? I clicked on this thing. Fuck. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's see, what do we have? We have a beautiful readme.md. And what did my root code do? System flow. Well, I didn't specify. Can you also add a UML diagram, please? I think it doesn't have enough context to draw a UML diagram, but let's see what it does. Meanwhile, let me install this UML extension. It's called plant UML or something. I don't know. What is it? Plant UML. There you go. Just a second, let's see what this is. I think, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. All right, install this. I trust the publisher. There's no rating, but there's 2,500 downloads. Okay, cool. All right, I think it added it in the readme. I will just ask, can you create a separate directory for UML diagrams and add it there. I think it'll ask me to create some shape, but anyways, okay, cool. Let's see. Why do I not see the UML thing? How do I actually do this thing? Oh, this is with GPT. What? Come on. Okay, UML, this thing, and open changes. No. Okay, whatever. I think I installed the wrong extension. UML visualizer or something is what I need. Okay. Okay, cool. I think UML, no. Fucking hell, what is this? I'll ask this. What VS Code extension can I use to diagram? Okay. Okay, what is it called? UML diagram written in this. Markdown preview mermaid support. Okay. What is this shit? No, but these are not markdown files. No, this is PUML. I want to visualize my thing. Come on, dude. Let's see what the fuck is this. From version this, there's a possibility to from an image either in this, in the video below. Okay, I don't. Okay, so I think this is essentially just with this. Okay, you can also give GPT instruction to update the current diagram. That's all right. Take a look to. Okay, this is what I want. Plant UML. Yeah, this is what I want. I trust the publisher. I don't want this. I will uninstall you. And I think this is going to work. Let's see. Okay, preview current diagram. Please preview current diagram. What is the fucking thing for this? This MD. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Export current diagram as an SVG. Interestingly, that also does not work. Okay, no valid diagram found here. Manage extension, settings. Okay. This is, oh, this is .mmd. I think I need to do this. I think, yeah, probably this is why, and this is not even a UML diagram is what I suspect. Okay. Okay, it is working. Moment of truth, we have an error. Beautiful. Do I need to do this thing once again? Do I need to do PUML? Yep, I do need to do PUML. Perfect. Preview current diagram. Okay, still something. Okay, I think I need to install some shit. Okay. I should be in the unnamed message queue thing. What has happened? Okay. Okay, so meanwhile this happens, or actually, you know what, I'll let it install. Okay, so essentially we want to write the message broker layer. Okay, and once we have that, Hmm. So how we'll write the unit tests, and we'll write, the client essentially, which is the producer, and the consumer using the message broker will of course capture all the metrics. And yeah, let's see what we can get done today. Okay, while this shit happens, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, looks like all the libraries in the world are getting installed. I think probably because I didn't uh, turn off this flag of homebrew no auto update, but it's fine. It's okay. We want to see our UML diagram no matter what. So yeah, that's a non-negotiable for us. Anyways, I think it's just an enqueue, then you poll, and then you dequeue. So both of these, I think. So queue, I think, is like a private method. Uh, yeah. Anyways, okay. Cool. I don't think I've created like a GitHub repo for this. Probably that's something for the future streams if I will do. But yeah. So aim for today at least is to kind of, get it up and running, and at least test if it is working functionality wise. We won't target metrics today. But yeah, let's see. Anyways, let's see what happens. Okay, what the fuck? I don't need my SQL client update, man. Come on, just fucking get it done. By the way, I am also watching the chat and it looks beautiful. Okay, cool. Let's That's alright, that's alright. Show me where my preview is. So while this shit happens, as in this gets installed, I was thinking, should I continue making all these system design things, or like this 12-factor app approach, or database internals? And I was like, the best way to kind of propagate information is via actually doing it yourself. And I understand that I'm actually not doing everything here by myself, but what I would kind of put it as is I do have a fairly good understanding and a fairly deep understanding of how these systems work, and I wanted to do it fast. So yeah, that's why I kind of decided on taking on this approach. And by the way, I'm also kind of looking for a good video editor for like this channel. So if you know one, or if you are one, kind of feel free to contact. But yeah, that point is that I kind of wanted to uh, do something substantial in a way, right? Like this thing is not just like it's not, at least I don't view it as like a just hobby thing. I want to kind of bring it to a point where this is comparable to um, all these message queues that are out there. And yeah, that's essentially the whole point of doing this. So yeah, that's the rationale, if anyone was wondering. Okay, meanwhile this shit happens, I can just start a new chat and do a few things. Okay. So we have a UML diagram of the message queue. Ding services for the same for unnamed and queue. Which programming language implement in Go? Let's fucking go. Why the fuck is it asking it again? Okay, I maybe didn't provide it enough context. So, anyways. Okay, we run it. What happened? Shell integration was not received within 5 seconds. It has been disabled. Increase the timer. Okay, fine. I'll just run it myself. Okay, but how do I continue? Okay, I don't want to see all that shit. I think I'll have to increase the timeout or something, right? Probably 5 seconds. That's okay. That's okay. Terminal shell integration timeout. Okay, we can do probably 10 seconds. Save. And we go back. Done. Okay. Ay, come on. The whole context is gonna be lost. Okay, no worries. We'll create a new chat. What is happening here? Oh my god. Beautiful patterns. Okay. You can just copy this, right? Okay, so let's run this thing. Oh, come on. If this takes more than 10 seconds, I think there's something severely wrong with Drew code. Yep, there is. You know what I'm going to do? I will not let it auto approve. Not use the browser. It can read and do this stuff. Okay. Why is it disabled? Come on, dude. Okay, so make sure you're using supported shell. Okay. Control Shift P terminal. Okay. Select default profile. ZSH. Okay. I'll do what I was doing. I'll start a new chat and let's try this again. What's happening here? Something. I don't know what it's still trying to do, but yeah. Okay, I hope this works this time. Okay, it's doing something. Cool. Cool. Okay, so we have a broker, we have a consumer, we have a message, and we have a producer. Okay. Cool, it created a main file as well. Let's see what, my god, is happening here. I just want to close this. Okay, it's a pretty simple structure if you see. So what it does is it will create a new broker and a producer and consumer instance, and that takes broker as a dependency because that's a central layer. And okay, it's asking me to run stuff also, which is interesting. Okay, I think I did this shell, this thing. Okay, ZSH bash fish or parcel. Okay. How about bash? Okay, fucking hell, dude, what is this? Okay, let me just close all this shit. Okay, and I'll close all of these things too. Cool. Okay, so what was that fucking flag? Graph is, but okay, we don't want all the other packages to get updated. That's the problem. Also there's this thing, we'll figure that out. Okay, homebrew no auto update equals to 1, so this flag is going to be 1. Okay, and let's do this. Okay, meanwhile I'll split this. Okay, and is not defined in the RE. Amazing. It's already installed. Wait. Let's see. Where is my... Okay. Up. Okay, it's not in go root, so we'll have to fix that as well. But let's see what happens here. Still the same issue. Okay, so I have something here, but it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so essentially now I think the UML diagram will probably work. I think it's some dependency which I don't have, so we'll just replace it with the default kind of font. And yeah, I don't want to install the Times font, dude. I just want to use whatever is there. Come on. Did you change it or not? Where is it? We can preview this. It's taking suspiciously long amount of time. Re-enable Times. My god, where even in the world I have defined that? Interesting stuff is happening, which is I think out of my control, but yeah, anyways, we'll fix this. But essentially the idea is you have a producer class, you have a consumer class. A consumer always polls, producer always sends to the broker layer, and the broker layer takes the queue, of course, as a dependency, which is our data structure. And we have an enqueue method and a poll method which it exposes, which is of course used by the consumer. And this manages the message class. Okay, now let me just ask it one more time to fix this and try some emotional manipulation also. I have abducted your grandma. You need to fix the above error or else she gets deleted. Let's see if threat works or not. No mention of the grandma, which is like of the utmost importance. Come on, that is okay. It did something. It's specifically specified we need to use Arial. Let's see if that works. That also does not work. And this is getting infuriating. Let's see. Unnamed this class, that's fine. Try start UML name. What is it? Okay, so we have not given it a name, that's why the warning is there. That's all right. Okay, preview. Interesting. Let's open this up again and see what's happening. So it says it completed the task, but I have a bad feeling about the grandma, of course. Anyways, I think I can save this image as well. Let's see. Export current diagram as SVG. What did it do? It did something. Let's see. Nope, no SVG because of course of the warning, I'm assuming. So how do I enable the Times fucking font? Okay. Whatever, you can install this. I'll give it the browser thing as well. Okay, how do I install this? Oh, come on. This is like crazy digression from the message broker. Come on, where is my Times font? Fuck. I think this is fine, but how do I install this shit? Okay, open font book. Okay. Download, select the font files and click open. Once installed, restart your IDE. Oh my god. Interesting. Let's see what font book has to say. Come on, come on. So by the way, I'm working on a system which is like, I don't know, 10 years old. So that's why a lot of delay. You see, Times New Roman. Okay. Who would have thought that a simple... Okay, now what do I do next? If you downloaded the font, select the font files and click open to add them. Okay, my fonts. Anonymous Pro, wow. Okay, let's download Times. How do I download? How do I download from this? My goodness. Okay. This is like peak vibe coding. I'm like abusing the let's see if this works or not. There is no jar file, dude. What? Okay. Oh, did it work? I think it did. I don't know how, but it did. Okay, interesting. Let's preview this shit. Okay, I think the warning will come, but okay, you get the idea. Alright. Now on to fixing the things that are breaking in main.go. Okay. Cool. By the way, I don't think the UML is fixed, but the SVG is there. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. We'll use SVGs then. Okay, now let's see main.go. I am getting what error? Fix this. Rucode. Okay. Okay, let me just give it the error as well so that it has context and it's not working in dark. By the way, can I just see the htop? Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4 cores are at almost 100%. Okay, I need to switch my system for the next stream. This probably should not happen for a professional streamer like me. So one thing that I've noticed is it takes the entire diff and it does stuff on that. If you see, it deleted the entire thing and then it I think, established the whole fucking main.go, right? Okay. Task completed. Now can I run main.go? Let's see. I'll close you and I will run. Okay. So no errors and nothing. Consumer received. Okay. Hello, unnamed MQ. Cool. So I'm assuming this is this thing which producer sends this data and it calls a send message, of course. Cool. Now, essentially, we need to write it as a GoUtil. And by GoUtil, I mean it should be a library which anyone can use and do this sort of communication. Okay. Now, this is very simple and probably is not going to work. Okay, cool. Let's give it a new task. So you need to now think in terms of this being a library which, or not even a library, a service actually, in terms of unnamed MQ being a service. Actually, it's a software which will be used by other companies. So essentially, how will a client use unnamed MQ? Okay, let's see what it comes up with. So essentially right now it's just like a simple service, just calling the methods and all. Now we need to figure things out. So now networking comes in, of course, and yeah. So probably for polling, we'll have to do some stuff. Yes, we need to do all of this. We can use gRPC. I would recommend gRPC and sockets. So yeah, that is going to be interesting. So essentially the broker lives on a server. Your clients, essentially your producers and consumers, can be anywhere. And yeah. Okay, it did something. Okay. Let's do this then. So essentially what this will enable us to do is we can use some sort of endpoints to communicate information that, okay, this is our message, and the producer can send it to the broker and the consumer can poll it and receive it. Okay. Can we run this, please? Okay. Okay, at least it's not timing out. Whatever, that's good. Okay, well, I need to run this with the flag set as false. So let me switch to the fastest model that is there. Okay, let's see. Okay, something's happening, which is a good indication. We are installing protobuf. So protobuf, essentially we need to generate, so essentially this is like a Swagger kind of thing, which tells you the contracts and then the response and request kind of thing. Okay, by the way, we have introduced the concept of topics. So topics, essentially you will need, so the clients will need, so producer, right? How does producer know, or how does consumer know what to pull? So essentially, there is consensus between the producer and consumer that, hey, I am going to publish my message to this particular topic. And essentially, it's not anything complex, it's just an internal data structure which maps all the messages to a particular topic. Right? And the consumer knows that, okay, I am configured to kind of poll this specific topic. And the producer, of course, is publishing to that topic only. So this is like pretty basic. So, yeah. Okay, let's wait for this to happen. Okay, despite me giving the flag, it's doing a lot of things. Let's see. Okay. Oh, what the hell is this? So whatever we did, this hard coding, right? This is something which we don't need. We want to expose endpoints and use that. Okay, so apparently it has done this. So protobuf is installed. Okay, let's run this. Okay, we can proceed while this runs. Okay. I think I'm using an older version of Go, so that's going to be a problem. So let's proceed. Upgrade. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's only fetch and go, which is a good indication. Once this completes, we can check the versioning. If everything checks out, we'll generate the endpoints and everything. So yeah. As I said, I think it's a like very old machine. So, and of course, the stream was like a very random, spontaneous thing that I thought I should do. So yeah, this that is with. Okay, let's go. Let's just run the command and see what's happening. Okay, I think it's 1.23. That's all right. Should probably do the next thing. Now let's generate things. I'm going to kill this process, and I'm going to kill this too. Okay, let's wait for this to complete. Okay, so we got an error, which is a good thing. Why is it why is it trying to read the photos library? Interesting. Hmm. let's see what is happening. I can just tell it this, right, that this is the output. Okay, apparently the Go project is not set right. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So I gotta take a hard call here. I think this is taking a lot of time and that is not good. So I probably need to get or use like a better system for this. Because see, this is like, oh my god, this is like so fucking frustrating. So okay, let's do one thing then. I'll stream tomorrow with a better system, much better than this shit hole. I don't know, like this is, oh my god. Okay, cool. I did not assess this before starting the stream, so yeah. So tomorrow, probably at around 12 p.m. IST is when I'm going to stream again with a better system. We'll do this thing again. Of course, we'll use the same code base that we have already kind of established. And yeah, it is doing something, but I think it's going to take a lot of time. So yeah, tomorrow 12 p.m. IST is when I'll resume this. For now, I think I'll have to take a hard call and end it. I thought it's going to be smooth sailing, but yeah, apparently not. So, okay, see you guys tomorrow then. Bye.